Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Royal Stone, a sequel to Crystal Warriors on the Sega Game Gear. We're going to start our third battle, and this third battle is going to introduce a new type of enemy, a magician enemy. We're not going to be taking our new knight, Nico, although we do have plenty of room for him. I'm just trying to build up the characters I currently have in my party. I'm also going to be trying to, once again, build up some experience for my healer, Pauline. So, the map here is pretty tight. We're going to basically have some of our soldiers go over to the left, and then some go to the north and then left. We're going to basically make a little pincher there in the choke point there between the canyons and the forest. One thing that's bad about this map is that most of the enemies are water, and water suffers a big penalty through the forest. There are two wind, so we'll be able to get them out of the way pretty easily, but it's going to be slow moving with the water. Here we're going to have the mage. I'm going to scan him first. Magi are unique in that they can attack from 3 tiles away. And you can check out their spells that they have. So this one has fire and cold, so he's going to be strong against wind because you can use fire against them, and he's going to be strong against fire because you can use cold against them. So he has no anything that's to target the weakness of water, so we probably want to engage him with a water elemental character. Or we can just use Eva and our cleric, because they're earth elemental, so they don't have weaknesses to any elements. They're neutral to everything. So you can almost basically tell who is what in this battle based on their movement. Wind can walk right through trees, so if you can see an enemy that's taking a long path through the forest, you know that's a wind. If they're only moving 2 squares, then you know that is water, because water is that penalty from walking through the forest. We'll still scan the enemies though, because we don't have a lot really going on. Yeah, it's a kind of a slow battle. Another reason why I didn't take the other water knight that we just got is just because a lot of folks in this battle ain't going to be doing anything. We're just going to be doing a lot of ending turns, letting the enemies come to us to this choke point. So just having another character is just another icon we gotta move around. Alright, so just move scan some more enemies here. Like I said, we pretty much know what each enemy is based on their movement. And the good thing is the water, like I said, can't move really far through the forest, so they're going to be stuck in that forest for a while. The only enemies that will be able to approach us or get close to us are their wind characters, and we're in perfect position to put our fire character out there to basically intercept those wind enemies. So he'll weaken them up, and then our healer will come and finish them off from the south. That's another water one right there. The two stacked on top of one another, they are the wind. So like I said, the enemy knows that if they defeat Eva, your leader, that it's an instant game over. So a lot of times the mage is going to target her. So she's a good way to distract. You gotta be careful though if you send your leader to the south, because the wizard's range, he can shoot over that 2-tile mountain target there. So if we had Eva placed underneath that wind enemy, the magic could stand where that one water enemy is, and attack from there, and you will be able to attack back. Now when the wizard attacks from range, you'll notice he only gets 1 attack. If we were to engage the wizard in hand-to-hand combat, the wizard would still use spells, but like all these other fighters here, they would get 2 attacks. Now let's finish off the wind with our healer. Get some, like I said, more experience for her. She's gaining levels quite fast. Like I said, we just want to get levels on her just to increase her survivability. while enemies are weak here. And we're in good position here right now to have our water enemy, or a water character, take on this magician, weaken him up. Magician's still going to do pretty decent damage, but you just imagine how much more damage the wizard would do if it was attacking an elemental weakness. So if he used that cold against fire, take a ton more damage, or if they used fire spell against a wind character. Once again, using that standard AI to just try to go after your leader. That was going to trap him here, though. And that's good, because we can just march our healer in, who's getting quite powerful, to go in and finish off the job. Then we won't have to worry about that mage anymore. Mage does not have that block command like the fighters do, so it doesn't matter that he's at low hit points. If it was a fighter, you would have blocked that turn and wouldn't have been able to defeat him. But like I said, that block command is only available to fighters. So we've gotten the wizard out of the way, and we've gotten 2 levels on our healer already. And we're right in good position to move our wind character up. We're strong against water here. He's going to be an effective block right now. Took 1 damage, but almost took that guy out. Only the thing was a little bit wider, we'd be able to take care of these enemies a little bit faster. Let's scan some more enemies. Eva's gonna need a heal there a little bit. Like I said, as long as you don't engage in direct combat with her, she's okay now, because we took out their long-range threat, the wizard. Critical hit, only got 2 hit points. Alright. 1 water down. We'll gain some experience. We'll eventually try to keep our characters kind of leveled up similarly. So I think he might be a little bit higher level than everybody else by a level. Just because we're getting so many water enemies. And then the other water enemy marches right up here to get beaten down a little bit more. And we should be able to put this enemy into range for our healer to come in and get another kill. We have a nice little choke point there. Alright, let's move our wind character out of the way. Move our healer forward. And finish this guy off. There we go. Just do a little bit more scanning, move our fire character up, because like I said, we got the other wind character yet to appear. And then we'll probably start marching up. Once we get past that mini checkpoint, basically where we have the enemies held out right now, that is the drop point for basically luring the boss off the castle. So as long as we stay back where we're at, we don't have to worry about it. We can just wait until the boss is by herself. And then just swarm her. Unfortunately, it doesn't go as I wanted to on this boss, but he's doing some decent damage. Like I said, we just mainly want to build her up just for the survivability. We also want to build Eva up a little bit there. She needs to gain some levels. We've kind of been neglecting her. So we can have her march up and attack this guy. Hopefully finish him off. We can easily finish him off with the wind guy, but like I said, our wind character, I believe, already has a level advantage over everybody else. Nope, not going to be strong enough to finish him off. Although we didn't put him in range for blocking, so that's okay. As you can see, the battle is pretty much well in hand here. Once you get rid of that mage, it gets so much easier. The mages basically like they're long-range snipers. We'll eventually get mages as well. But I guess the game right now just wants to learn the mechanics, so it's keeping it simple. It's not introducing a whole bunch of new things for you. And letting you experience mages and stuff, see what the enemy can do with them first, so that you may know how to better plan them. Of course, when we get our mage, we want to always make sure that we buy all the elemental spells for the mage, so that way it doesn't matter what enemy we run into. We can target their elemental weakness. This enemy wasn't smart enough to bring like a wind spell to attack water enemies. Back a little bit. Let's see how the hit points are. We'll move the healer up and just try to lure him into the pincer here. Healing our characters up. Go. Because the guy's going to come in, he's going to either attack Pauline, our healer, or Eva, because they're both Eva because she's the leader, and the healer because she's a squishy target. Either one will be acceptable, because either should put him down in range to be finished off by the healer. Next round. The healer's doing a little bit more damage than Eva is, so she should be able to finish this guy off. Hit it once, get it down. Now he's going to guard, but like I said, we get the first attack. So we'll just flee here, have our healer jump in and finish this guy off. And then we can have a straight path right to the boss. The forest is basically wind terrain. So our wind character, Horway the Thief, is going to have no problem going through that forest and basically outmaneuvering the boss. And they don't take, wind takes no penalty walking through the forest. So my goal here, of course, was to feed the boss. The bosses tend to give a little bit more experience because they're a little bit higher level than other enemies. So my goal was to feed the boss kill as well to the healer. But I ended up getting a critical hit here and finished her off right away. That's okay, we'll just manage our experience for the next round. Lord Vadim and the Zeal forces will hunt you down no matter where you hide. Vadim. Now that he's replaced the last captain of Martalia's elite Sacred Knights, he's in perfect position to assassinate the royal family. So with her dying breath, the boss basically spills the beans on what's going on. Martalia is finished, giving us more incentive to go to Martalia. Hey Eva, I know that you used to be a Martalian knight, and you fought against the Imperial forces. But how is it that you were the only one in your squad to return? What happened to the others? And we're going to get a little bit of backstory about what happened and why she was considered a traitor. Please, you've been together for months. Your adopted father was in your unit, right? I've heard wonderful things about him. I could never believe that you betrayed someone so important to you. And I think you know who this Vadim person is. And we're going to learn who this Vadim person is in this flashback battle. Captain, please wake up. And there's Vadim. It's no use. That spell is unbreakable. He's mine now. Captain, wake up! Oh, wow. Captain Leo there is pretty powerful. 404 hit points. Took out that one guy. One guy's injured, but still. Finished with one hit. I'm done here. And he does something foolish. Can you handle the mop-up? When you have the enemy on the ropes and are about to beat them, There's no reason for you to retreat. He is going to regret that. Because basically by moving himself from the battle here, he basically doesn't finish off Eva and everyone else in her squad. And of course that means that Eva will survive this battle and end up becoming the hero that she is right now. So there's that, you need to go online and look up the Evil Overlord Handbook. Basically it's like, if you ever decide to become like an evil like overlord, like you must read this book. It basically tells you like all the like things, like if you have your trusted lieutenant who tells you something, believe him, you know. If you have your enemy on the ropes, don't let them escape, you know, or just kill your enemies. Don't brag about your plot, you know, before you kill them, because they might get time to escape or something. So yeah, it's pretty funny. So basically just attacks all the tropes that movie villains and TV villains and literature villains use unsuccessfully, and always to their downfall. So remember, Leo is Eva's adopted father, and even though he's under mind control, he'd rather kill himself than hurt his daughter. Although, of course, as we know, when she returns, they believe that she killed everyone in her unit, but it was really her adoptive father under mind control. Reach Mortalia tomorrow. Let's get some rest. I can walk around the town, talk with some people. Let's play. I feel like I've seen that girl somewhere before. We're going to do a lot more shopping here, but we're not going to be shopping for weapons. This is why it was important that we bought an extra set of weapons in the last town. Everybody's out hunting. Yep, so that's an empty village. Because we're going to get a new character here, we're going to hire them from the inn. So like Crystal Warriors, this character we hired from the inn. In Crystal Warriors we hired every character from the inn. Not the case in this game, but we will sometimes occasionally find a character in the inn who wants to, you know, join our party, so we will hire Scrawl. Scrawl is like Nico. It's going to be a knight and have a special ability, and I'll show them off in a future battle. But now let's do our shopping. And we can also give Scrawl that new equipment that we got. We give him the claw, a better claw, an upgraded claw, and then the upgraded armor. So now he's basically on point with our other characters. And he also comes in at a higher level, level 7, so no investment in him at all. But now we're going to invest in Eva and Pauline, a healer and a leader, because they can now both get some extra magic. So we'll give Eva a healing spell now, and Pauline will get her a scan spell, the peace spell, and the dark spell. Dark will cover the enemy in darkness and basically make them, basically prevent them from hitting you, basically lowers their evasion. And peace seals like the enemy's magic. Boost that we got there for Eva basically doubles, like, or triples the character's attack power. Yeah, it was kind of useless in Crystal Warriors because it doubles your attack power, but you spend one of your rounds casting it, so. Well, that's it for this episode. Take care. See you in the next one. Bye.